EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
To kick off for Atlanta.
Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Seahawks ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Time to the tailback, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go play action with Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And now it's 2nd down. He was waving his arms, won the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. after the delay of game. They're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw is Ryan. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Falcons 7, Seahawks 0. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and get something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
13 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Falcons 7, Seahawks 0.
first down. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's off around the 37, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Hey, 59, ready. 51, down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 59 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route. And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And the Seahawks first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they string things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Play action. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 78 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The throw complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And then we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
It's a pickup of 6.
Second down at 4.
And 4 at the 14-yard line.
Now Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to bring him the 20.
That's good.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, express!
Here's Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
39. Hey, bye-bye.
Off-play action. Ryan. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, South.
Off the play fake. Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
If you know about the carport, the trapdoor supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. They always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Ryan will throw again. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
54, South. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check. Check 26, check 26. Safety green. Got it, got it.
Again, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes hands on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
And 10 at the 2-yard line.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. They'll find Metcalf. Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
Now Wilson on first down. And caught left side. Wilson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to
ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Again, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete.
Wilson's pass.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 14. First down, Seattle.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's second down.
Jamonte Casey on the coverage.
To throw again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10.
10 yards.
To throw again is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Seahawks nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Gurley, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation. When you're up in the 4th quarter, they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action now. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Roby. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And they take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off play action. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24-yard
line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the Falcons.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort?